back to my channel. My name is Bree and this is Balancing Life with Bree. Today I'm going to give you guys some information on the new WW program that they're rolling out, and then I'm also going to talk about Itrackbites and my experience with Itrackbites versus Weight Watchers. So for those of you that are new here, I was on the WW program for, I don't even know, probably like a year and a half. And I was on the blue plan the entire time. And then I found Itrackbites, and then I switched to Itrackbites instead of WW. So I'm kind of going to explain why I did that, and then compare the programs, and then even tell you about the new WW program, because I do know a lot of you guys who follow me are on WW. And the new changes, there's a lot that's going to be happening. First, wanted to apologize if there's some cuts in this video. I still have, you could probably hear it, like my throat is just so scratchy. I have 2 drinks here, my coffee and some water. So, okay, so let's just get right into it. So the new WW program that is coming out, they are getting rid of the different plans. So currently there's a blue, green, and purple plan, and all of those are going bye-bye. They're going back to one individual plan, which is like kind of good and bad. So for those of you who are currently on like a specific plan and love that plan, there are going to be some changes when it comes to that. So WW now is going to be doing a thing. This is all information that I've read online. So some things may be different, but as of right now, this is all the information that is out there about the new plan, is that it's going to be like loosely based on the blue plan, but WW is going to be allowing you specific free foods, your 0 point foods, in specific categories. So, you know, for like starches, you're gonna have your potatoes, bread, corn, stuff like that, that you're gonna be able to say, okay, potatoes, I want potatoes to be my 0 point food in this category. And then there's gonna be like fats. So there's like avocado, you can make that your free point food. Maybe oils and stuff, I'm not 100% sure, because not all that information is rolled out. The big one that I've seen everywhere is like, oh, avocado is gonna be 0 points if you choose that. So all those options will be available. So apparently what they're going to be doing is making a plan specifically for you as an individual. So there is a questionnaire, and if you are from the US, it's not out yet, but there are other countries that this is rolled out in, and if you Google the questionnaire, you can find it super easily. But basically what is happening is you're going to take this questionnaire. It's going to ask you how you eat, how much you eat, what kind of foods you eat. Do you binge? Do you not binge? What time do you eat? And then it's going to ask you more questions about how active you are. So if you're moving and grooving at work, if you're stationary, if you work out regularly, what kind of workouts do you do? And then it's also going to ask you about your sleep schedule, which I do appreciate, because I do know that sleep also correlates with like your metabolism and how much weight you're losing and stuff like that. So WW is going to ask you all these questions, and then they're going to give you a specific plan catered towards you, allegedly. So with that being said, I feel like it'll make it quite difficult moving forward for people who are on WW that want to watch other creators, because if one person has avocado as their free food and you don't have avocado as your free food, the points are going to be different. I don't really know how that's going to work when it comes to the big scheme of things for the people that are currently on WW looking for other like recipes, unless you have the specific same plan. So that is that. I do think that's kind of annoying that WW is doing that and kind of like making this entire thing. I think it's going to make it more difficult for people to seek help from other people, but it also is more individualized towards you as an individual. And I know that everybody loses weight differently and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm kind of like iffy about it, because I do know like they did have like the points plus, I believe that's what it was called before they broke it out into the colors. And you know, they had that for a really long time, and then they released the colors, which the points plus was basically loosely based off the blue plan, which is why I stayed with the blue plan when they rolled out the color plans. And now they're going back again. You know, for me, when I started losing weight, I wanted everything to be a lifestyle change in general. I wanted to learn new ways to eat, and I kind of like morphed my eating style around the blue plan. So, you know, like if you morphed your eating style around the purple plan or the green plan, I feel like it's going to be kind of difficult to like backtrack and go back to like the loosely blue plan. So I don't know, I would just keep that in mind. I also read that depending on like what you eat, WW will reward you with like extra points throughout the day, which I also think is kind of weird. Like, oh, eat a piece of broccoli and I'll give you a point. I don't know. I just find that strange. For me personally, I think that kind of encourages like poor eating habits. Just eat what you want to eat and then make sure it aligns in your like points or your calories. I don't think that you should be rewarded for eating broccoli. I just find that strange, or whatever the case may be. But yet again, that's just personal opinion. This is just how I feel on the situation. If this is something that you specifically think is a great idea, I hope it works for you, and I hope that I think that's great. But I did want to compare it to the Itrackbites plan, which I am currently on. So WW right now, I believe it's around $22 to $25 a month. I need to fact check myself on that, but that cost is monthly. So it can get kind of expensive throughout the year, which is why another reason why I switched to Itrackbites. So last year, almost a year ago, I switched to Itrackbites because they were having a sale, and it was like a Black Friday type thing, and I got an entire year of Itrackbites for $19.99, which it's normally $36 per year, but that's literally like 2 months of WW, which just blows my mind. It's so much cheaper. So with the Itrackbites app, I'm gonna try to screen record and put it here. I'm gonna do my best with my editing skills. I'm slowly but surely getting there. But basically, Itrackbites still has multiple plans. So they have their own version of the blue plan, the green plan, and the purple plan. So if that is something that you want to stick with your plan, I would definitely recommend hopping ship and going Itrackbites, because one, it's cheaper, and two, you can keep your plan. And another thing that I love about Itrackbites is it does calorie counting. So that's what I'm currently doing. So with the blue plan that I was on forever, one thing that I realized is I wasn't getting enough food. I wasn't eating my 0-point foods. So I would literally have like 800 calorie days, and I would just be starving all the time, and I would be working out, and I'd be burning like 500 calories, 600 calories working out. So it's like my body was only getting 200 calories. And in my opinion, I think my body was just in like starvation mode. I had plateaued for a really long time, just chilling at one number, and it would not budge. And I was so confused because I was like, I'm not really eating that much. I'm working out. Why is this not moving? And honestly, I think that my body was just trying to hold on to anything that it was getting because I wasn't getting enough food. That's why I personally switched to calorie counting, which I do know that calorie counting for some people can be not good because people can get very obsessive over it. I am not one of those kinds of people. So if you are one of those kinds of people, I would definitely recommend sticking to a plan. So one of the plans that Itrackbites offers, and not doing the calorie counting. But for me, calorie counting, it was showing me, okay, my body to lose weight at this point in time, I could eat about this many calories. So with that, I'm going to make sure that I'm eating the food, because I wanted to make sure I was getting enough food. And doing that, my weight is going dropping straight down. And I had been at a plateau for like literally months. And I was always so confused because my body was changing. I felt like it looked like it was changing, but at the same time, I was just plateaued out. Like nothing was moving. And I was just so confused because I was going to the gym, I was working out, all that jazz. So like I said, ever since I started doing the calorie counting, the weight is just coming off for me, which is really, really nice. And then it also, sometimes I would feel bad when I would do like points and stuff, because I would be like, oh my gosh, this is, this beer that I'm going to have when I go out with my friends is 5 points. Oh my gosh, that's a fourth of my day or a fifth of my day. That's absolutely insane. And I don't just want to have one beer if I'm going out. I want to have like multiple. And that's why I started incorporating my no track Fridays and all that kind of stuff. But now with calorie counting, I don't even really do my no track Friday anymore. I just build what I'm eating into my app, and then it's just easy peasy lemon squeezy for me. But like I said, everybody's different. Everybody's bodies are different. Everybody's mental health, like calorie counting, like I said, some people can be obsessive over it, is different. So it's all just kind of dependent as you as an individual. So just keep that in mind when it comes to Itrackbites. But I did kind of want to show you, and like I said, I'm going to do my best to insert it on the screen. I would show you my phone, but I film on my phone. For those of you who don't know, I am debating on looking into getting an actual camera system. but it's just really expensive and your girl's doing her best at the moment. So just so you know, that may or may not be coming, but basically Itrackbites is set up almost just like WW. So they do have a scanner for you to scan your food. If you're in the grocery store and you want to see how many points are, for Itrackbites, it's called bites, how many bites something is, just scan it and it'll pop it up, tell you how many bites it is. So WW and Itrackbites both have that scanner. I will say with Itrackbites, sometimes it is harder to find food in the search bar, but I did talk to their customer service about it actually, and they said that they're working on updating that and fixing that and making that better for the consumer. So just keep that in mind as well. Sometimes it is hard to find foods, but if there is a barcode on it, boom, scan it. They do have a section for fast food restaurants. So if you typed in like Wendy's, you would click on the Wendy's tab and it would have all the information of how many points each item, the majority of items at Wendy's are, or McDonald's, or, you know, whatever the case may be. It already has that in there for you, which I think is really nice, especially if you wanted to pre-plan. If you're like, okay, I'm going to go to Wendy's and I want a potato and I want a grilled chicken sandwich, it already has the points there for you, which I think is really, really nice. Another thing that Itrackbites has is a recipe section. So at the bottom of your screen, you can see the section. You click on recipes and it'll show you all the recipes that like other creators have made or Itrackbites themselves has made, which I think is really, really cool because sometimes when I don't know what I want to make for dinner, I'll just go in there and I'll just scroll and see like, oh, okay, boom, this looks good. And I'll click on it, read the ingredients, and then I'll just add it to my grocery list for the week or something like that. I do find that very beneficial, especially like I said, when I don't know what I want to eat, clicking on that recipe tab and just like scrolling through, seeing what's up. I really do like doing that as well. There is also a communities tab, just like WW. So if you did like going through and like interacting with people on the WW community tab where you can like post pictures and stuff like that, you can do that exact same thing on Itrackbites. Literally the apps are very, very, very similar. And like I said before, Itrackbites is significantly cheaper than Weight Watchers. So, I mean, if Weight Watchers is your jam, like I said, I loved Weight Watchers. I lost a lot of weight through Weight Watchers and it was great for me. But if you want to save a little bit of coin, I would hop to Itrackbites. And if you didn't want to lose your plan, I would also hop to Itrackbites. But I just kind of wanted to give you guys some like basic information between the two plans. But like I said, Itrackbites has been really, really good to me, especially I can still look at points for you guys. And that's how I always have the points on the bottom of the screen in my videos, because I still have that information on the app. And then also I can just switch right back and start doing my calorie counting, which it all, like literally the app's like the same thing. So like if I typed in Premier Protein, it would tell me it's 2 bites, 160 calories, and then it would give me all the other nutritional facts information, which is the exact same as the WW app, which I appreciate. But if you guys have any questions about either app, honestly, I feel like I'm pretty well versed in both of them. Let me know down below and I will help you. If you did not want to pay for a specific one, I just kind of wanted to mention there's also the MyFitnessPal app and the Lose It app. I do really like the Lose It app because it can show you your macros and stuff like that and tell you how much like protein you need to eat, fat you need to eat, whatever, if you're looking into something like that. You can do an upgraded version of the Lose It app that does cost a little bit of money. I don't know the exact pricing for it, but you can do that if you're interested. But MyFitnessPal, I feel like that's everybody's tried and true, just calorie counting. But I just stick to the Itrackbites because I like the program, I like the people. Anybody in their customer service department has always been so kind. I've never had an issue or anything like that. But yeah, so that's the information that I have on the new WW plan. That's the information I have on the Itrackbites plan. And then like I said, guys, if you just wanted strict calorie counting, I would definitely look at the Lose It app or the MyFitnessPal app if you didn't want to have to pay for anything. But I just wanted to give you guys this information. Let me know down below which app that you're currently using and which plan you're using. I'm just curious to see like where people are at. And if you like videos like this, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also, I am terrible at shouting this out. Literally, I'm so bad at it. But I'm in a Facebook group actually with Roy and Jennifer. I'll put their YouTubes and Instagrams down here. And the name of our group is Finding Your Way, which I will have linked in my description box. We post our videos that go live. We post recipes. There's like a whole community there that we are building together that I absolutely love. So if you are interested in that, head over to Facebook. Roy's recipes are always on there if you guys are a fan of him. And yeah, make sure to check that out. Yet again, subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I want you to remember that every day is a new day to pop, lock, and drop those pounds. Bye, guys.